On guys, apparently you guys liked my rant yesterday. Got great feedback. It got almost, not triple, maybe triple the likes my normal videos do, which is crazy. That was the one about like confidence and how that changed things. So I kind of want to do another one similar to that. I've been watching like YouTube videos. I've been watching a lot of Grant Cardone recently. I always knew who he was, never really watched him. So some of these ideas I get from him, but I elaborate myself on because he just puts them in a place where like I agree with them, and he just makes them make more sense. So I kind of want to share that with you guys. So I write down notes when I'm doing cardio at the gym because that's when I really start thinking a lot because I'm sitting there for 40 minutes doing nothing. So if I'm looking down, I'm looking at notes I take on my phone, different subjects because I'm terrible at remembering things. So again, going to be super random, but let's just jump into this after I get my monster. So what I kind of want to talk about is a little bit of mindset, kind of limiting beliefs, and just different things you're like brought up believing. There'll be a whole nother video on that because that's a whole video in itself, so I'll be brief on that. But there's just, I don't know. I don't like the mindset of how a lot of people are brought up. People are like, oh, rich people aren't happy. Bullshit, they're going to be happier than you. Money won't make you happy, but think about how many people stress about money. How many people lives revolve around trying to make enough money to make it work. So you're telling me if you have more money, then you're going to be less stressed, that you're not going to be happier because of that? Now, if you're depressed already and you have more money, you'll probably be a little happier. It's not going to make you happy, though. But I think that's total BS. Don't agree with it at all. And we're taught to believe that money won't make you happy. Rich people aren't necessarily happier. Rich people aren't necessarily good. Oh, this is a good one. Be grateful for what you have. Yeah, that people say it not to be like, oh, we got to be grateful. They say it because they're like, this is what you have. You're probably not going to have more, which I hate. Be grateful for what you have. Okay, I am, but I want more. Be like, oh, that's selfish. Like, you shouldn't want more. You should be happy with what you have. Why should I be happy with what I have? Why? If I know I can have more, other people already have more, why would I can be happy with what I have, but I can want more. I hate when people say that. Yeah, I'm grateful for everything I have. I was grateful before when I had less, but I know I can have more. I'm going to go get more. So that one bugs me a lot. Rich people get lucky. I'm not even going to we'll throw that one out. Another one. So maybe you were brought up lower class, middle class. You see things, you're not exposed to how rich people live as much. You're not exposed to, oh, look at that private jet, look at those cars, look at that house. And when you do see that, I guarantee some of your parents would say, oh, we can't live like that. That's too far out of reach. They're way different. Like, we can't live like that. We have to be grateful for what we have. And again, that's just limiting yourself because you're taught to think like that almost a lot of times. A lot of people are. And then that comes back to the whole be grateful for what you have bullshit. So again, it's just limiting what you think. That's too far out of reach. I don't have enough time. I don't make enough money. And all those total crap. I'm going to touch on that a little more, actually. So the whole what you think is a lot of money or what you think is expensive can be changed like that. So, like for me, my original goal was to make $4,000 a month. That was a lot of money to me because at the time I've never made more than $200 a month. Then my goal was to make $10,000. That was a lot. I was making 6 figures a year. Then it was to make $300,000 this year, the start of this year. And then that was like, oh, that'd be crazy. That's more than most people here in Orange County where I live make full time. And then I started making over $100,000 a month. I'm like, that's crazy. That's 6 figures a month. And then if I look back now, you can see the board where it'll be like $300,000 a month now. Let's just say $3,000 a month is nothing. That's what I do in like an hour. That's not saying that to brag. I'm just saying your perception changes so much. And it doesn't matter where you started. You can have that mindset. Because recently, a couple months ago, my mindset changed where, okay, I used to think like $1 million a year was crazy. Like, that's like top, like, blah, blah, blah. And then you look at other people and you just see and you're like, I could make $1 billion a year. Like, that's not that hard. Like, it just takes time. Like, I got to set up to get there. It's not like unachievable. Like, nothing like, look at how much, there's trillions you can make a year. Obviously, throughout everyone, but 100 million a year is nothing in the grand scheme of things. It's doable. I was listening again, bring up Grant Cardone. He's one of my favorites. His goal is like $1 billion in real estate, 250 million in cash assets, and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, wow, okay. He started doing okay at 30, and he's what, 50 maybe? And he's there already, and I'm 10 years ahead, probably way ahead of where he was when he was 30. Again, not saying that to brag, just looking at where he was. And I could do all this by 30. Why can't I have 100 million in the bank easy by 30? I know that was one of my goals, and I got kind of scared. I was like, oh, maybe like 50 million by the time. No, like, it's how you see money changes, and you got to change it before you have it. If you feel like, oh, 2,000 a month is a lot of money, you're going to be okay with 2,000 a month. That's going to be your top. You're shooting too low. If you're trying to make $1 million a month, and you hit 100,000 a month, you still miss, but you're still making 100,000 a month, which obviously in the grand scheme of things is a good amount. But if you look how you actually look at what is a lot of money, it's so different, and you really just got to change how you think about it. Because if I told people, like, you want to make 10,000 a month? They're like, yeah, that would change my life, like, blah, blah, blah. That's not a lot of money to some people. That's a ton to others. But for me now, because I've reached this point, like, let's say 300,000 a month, if I go down to 100,000, I'm going to be upset. That's not a lot for me. I've done better. I know I can do better. I know there's way more out there. That means I'm doing bad. So doing bad, 100,000 a month for me. So if you can see, I'm not going to be happy. I'm going to go work even harder to be higher up or make more. And I hope that makes sense to you guys. So, like, if you're making 5,000 a month and you think 5,000 a month is a lot, you're probably not going to work harder or do more things or take more risks to get above where you are. You're going to be comfortable, which is why your mindset needs to constantly change on how you think about money. So again, for me, I think I'll be at least 100 million a year by the time I'm 40. Whether it be real estate, businesses, everything. I mean, it's doable. You tell people that and they're like, what? Like, that's not possible. Like, people don't do that, but they don't know. They don't know what's possible. I see other people, like I said, Gary Vaynerchuk said 14 million a year, and then someone told me that he reinvests a lot, which, yeah, I don't know if that's counting that, but 14 million a year, it's like, what, $1 million a month? That doesn't seem that much to me when I see what can be done with, like, my one little course with 7,000 subscribers. Like, there's so much more that can be done. $1 million a month is easy. Obviously not easy. You have to know everything you're doing, be educated, blah, blah, blah. But once you have all that, it's not hard to get there. So, let's see. Do I have anything else on here for you guys? I'll end with this. So, a lot of people will look at successful people, and I get the question all the time just because of my car. Oh, what do you do? What do you do? And that's not what you guys should be asking. You should look at multiple successful people. What do they all have in common? Not what do they do. I guarantee you they all do different things. Or they'll all tell you, oh, I do multiple things, which is something you should pick up on. Oh, they have multiple streams of income. Okay. Now, it doesn't mean go spread yourself thin and do every little thing you can. Start at one, get good at it. Put it on the back burner. Start another, get good at it. And just build from there. Look at what they all have in common. I guarantee you'll find something. And just figure out what it is, why that works, and why that makes them money. And then from there, I mean, there's so many opportunities. It doesn't matter what you do. You can make millions doing so many different things. So, another rant for you guys. Let me know if you have any topics you want me to cover, or if you do like these. Again, I got a really good response in the comments and likes on these. So let me know if there's any topics you want to cover. Again, these won't be every video. There'll be some more Amazon affiliate marketing, some cars, and whatnot. Also going to Hawaii in start July, so I'm going to try and do a vlog every day. Don't mark my word on that. We'll see. I suck at vlogging, so we'll see. But let me know what you guys want to see in the comments.